Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 70.1 kilograms, holding a record of 1 win for just 1 defeat. He trains out of Sasson MMA. Give it up for Max Mellor. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 69.3 kilograms. This is his debut. Fighting out of Unite MMA, give it up for Finn Noonan. And the man in charge when our action begins, Peter Hickmott.
Peter Hickmott in the middle for this one. Gives us a little wink there as we acknowledge he is the best in the business.
Good. Start.
When it comes to refereeing and officiating throughout the country. Round 1.
Stiff jab there from Mellor, gets the attention of Noonan early. Noonan, of course, the amateur pedigree in the boxing, so expect sharp hands from him. Mellor goes upstairs, a beautiful kick, looking nice and poised. I love seeing these young guys come through, only 17 years old. So much promise and such a massive career ahead of them, but he needs to walk through a bit of power on behalf of Noonan first. Didn't like what he felt there, now looking to implement a grapple. But the bigger man, Noonan, the older man, just wrestles him to the mat with a little bit of grunt, a little bit of elbow grease.
Well, he is. He's showing some real man strength here, and the teenager started off well, showed good shape. However, seems to be Finn Noonan taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, Finn Noonan, double underhooks now. Left underhook's been pummeled in, courtesy of Mellor. Looking to turn the corner, and he does. Locked up like 2 bulls with their horns together at the moment, these two. Right in front of us here. Pretty easy picture at the Southport Sharks. Good position now for Mellor to start progressing. Go outside leg grip. That was nice from Mellor there. Good timing, just turned Noonan so his back was to the center of the cage and implemented the trip. Good timing. Now looking to expose the back. Pulls him down to the mat. 3/4 guard, switches to a full mount up on top. Here comes Mellor, pedal to the middle.
Big positional advantage for Max Mellor.
I love what Noonan's doing, though, because he's always reacting and he's always moving, and he moves really quickly. He doesn't let Max settle in any positions, and like he was in mount there for a second, but straight away he was out. He knew the sense of urgency he needed to have to get out of that bad position.
And that's the experience shown by these young men, and we've seen it many times. Matt Williams, the amateurs, you can't really tell the difference between the amateurs and the pros because they're training together on the same mats often.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, such a high level here and at Eternal MMA, right across the board from the first fight to the last, that's for sure. Bet your bottom dollar you're getting your money's worth, and the crowd have turned up to check it out too, and piling on in. And what they see in front of them, we've got Mellor, the 17-year-old, looking to pass once more to Mount, and he does. He needs to get his toes locked up underneath the butt there of Noonan, because he did a good job to pummel back to guard in the last exchange. This time uses the cage, but that's a mistake. Almost exposes his back. Moment of urgency sees Noonan return back to a position with Mellor on top of him, 30 seconds to go.
Final moments of round number 1, and
there is a rule that says don't initiate a scramble unless you're going to win it. Because you can leave yourself in an even worse position and just expend a lot of energy. And I think Finn's movement was to his detriment there. He was all right, and he expended a lot of energy and ended up in a worse position. So.
Well, he will make it out of round 1. Let's hope he takes your advice, Ben Vickers. Throughout tonight, we had plenty contribute to the thread last night, and we found out which movie it was. Warrior, Ben Vickers, was the movie that we were looking for last night.
Well, hang on, we're off to some Warriors are off to a cracking start to this round here.
Oh! Yeah, big right hand, a big connection there from Mellor. And Noonan just ate it like a bowl of cornflakes. Now looking to return fire uppercut. Connects from Noonan.
It's funny, they've almost both said, right, we're going to take the first round to have a little look. And their coaches have gone, come on, lads. And they've just come out, answered the call, and they've just got right after it.
Don't you just love it? It's the greatest sport on the planet, that's for sure.
Good to see they're both taking their coach's advice. Centre cage for Noonan now.
Yeah, Noonan trying to use his fakes now to set up that right hand. He led with it in the first round, which led to him getting taken down. He's trying to be a little bit more creative in how he accommodates his strikes. Mellor happy to play off the back foot. Kicks the legs against the fence, and athletic as anything, manages to change levels, bundles up the legs nicely. Now his job now, Malor, is just keep those feet of Noonan off the ground, try and pick up a wrist, which he has. Good wrestling from the youngster. This is bad news bears here for Noonan. Needs to address that position, does. Frees up his wrist. That's good work from Noonan, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. That was exactly the right. He couldn't let him hold that hand, have a spare hand, and start raining down blows from that position. It was a fantastic awareness there from the young fella.
100% takedown record for Max Mellor. And again, he finished the round in this position. Let's see if he can work with the 90 seconds on the clock now.
Good timing there from Noonan to scramble, to initiate the scramble. That was much better timing. But
what's really impressed me about Max is he's 17. What did you say, 17 years old?
17.
17 years old. He looks so strong, like physical at this age. He's not even fully grown yet. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be an absolute phenom with the strength that he seems to have. Like getting out of these positions, he just turns his hips and he just seems to have the strength edge.
Yeah, another little mistake there in the grapple from Noonan as he tried to chase the choke, but
I'm not underplaying, sorry, any of his technique either. He's using good technique mixed together with the strength that he has. It makes him a formidable opponent.
Absolutely. He's certainly proving to be a problem. Finn Noonan struggling from the bottom at the moment.
Yeah, up and mount now. Might look to take the back here in a second. We'll see as Noonan starts to come up onto his side, attacking the head and arm, but he's in half guard. He doesn't need to do anything here. From half guard's a great position to land damage. Haven't seen a lot of damage from the top, and there he goes, freeing up the left hand to land a couple of strikes. 10-second clappers go, and a good second round for Max Mellor.
Well, we could be 2-0 for Mellor heading into round number 3. Looks like we're going to make it. As Peter Hickmott says, go back to your corners. We'll see you in just under a minute. Round 3. These guys certainly paying their dues. They will touch gloves. Round 3.
Yeah, no, sorry, man, I've done it again. Good coaches good managers make their apprentices work. You know that you need to be in hard fights in your apprenticeship, and this is exactly what this is.
A big connection. There got oohs and ahs from the crowd. Now it's Noonan in the centre of the cage, looking to put Mellor on the back foot. This is where he's been timing his level changes. A little Superman punch, but there was no cape and undies on the outside of that one. No connection. Trying to teep, but dropped his left hand and a right hand from Noonan connects. But how's the level change here from Max Mellor? Once more returning this to the floor.
Well, this has been the story of the fight. 3 from 3 takedowns, and he may just ride this one out. 2 minutes left of the third.
He's got the Dagestani handcuff there around the back again. If he could just drive his head into the armpit of Noonan now, he would really extend the body of Noonan and make it easy for him to land damage with the other side. But Noonan's addressed the position, but now he's ended up in mount.
Well, that's one of the problems, isn't it, Ben? When they do free the wrist, they often have to get their back flat to the mat, which means passing the legs becomes pretty easy. And he's passed the mount here, just doing a good job to turn the head of Noonan around. He tried and stuff that into the corner of the cage. You see, there's a little battle going on now for position with the heads, because if Noonan can get his feet up, he can initiate a scramble. If Max Mellor can place the head of Noonan against the cage, he's in a good position to rain down some punches. There's the feet of Noonan up on the cage. Let's see what he can get going, but Max Mellor all over that one like a wet blanket tee.
Just over a minute left, Matt. And Ben, as you mentioned, this young teenager, not only does he have the strength, but the skills to show for it, and at 17 years of age. An incredible display here thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really impressed me, I know he's in a very dominant position at the moment, but has been the timing on his double leg takedowns. And not only the timing of the execution, but the time of choosing when to execute.
Yeah, which is such a massive part of wrestling. A couple of warnings here from the ball Peter Hickmott. He wants to see a little bit more out of Max Mellor.
It would be harsh to stand them up from this position. I think he's working. It's just Finn's nullifying what he's doing because he's moving all the time.
I agree. Full mount again, and you'd have to think Finn Noonan needs something special. He won't get it from there.
He's getting a Sassam special at the moment.
He is indeed. 30 seconds, and Max Mellor may just open up here.
Jeez, if this was a jiu-jitsu match, you'd have about 500 points right now as he brings out the hammers and the ice pick.
He's going to go for it.
And it's tight as anything as he's locked in.
Well, it's close. I thought he had it, Matt, but Peter Hickmott.
I actually thought he tapped.
Yes, so did I.
I'd like to see a replay of that first instance.
Yeah, call of a Brazilian tap here from the commentary booth. And it was right in front of us. But how's that from Max Malloy? You got to love to see it. He controlled position the whole way through, boys. And with a little bit of encouragement from the bull, Peter Hickmott, he started raining down all kinds of tools, the kitchen sink, the fridge, everything. And then jumped off with the armbar trying to get the finish. Good signs from a young Max Malloy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. All 3 judges score the contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner.